Hold on.
Relax, K-Bart.
I
Jeez.
hope that got picked up on stream.
Yes, I hope it did too.
Hope to God they got picked up on stream. Still waiting for the notification to pop up. It is being slow.
I synced it.
I just saw the notification.
All right. Well, I guess we're live now, and I hope K-Bart's little sound that he made got picked up on stream because that's going to be great. But
I really hope we have 500 views because of that now.
To everybody tuning in right now, all my gnarly ones out there, welcome. My name is Gator Mike, as always, and tonight we got a little bit of Xfinity Series action, the race number 2 of the season here at Phoenix Raceway tonight. So, with that being said, I have got the Sunday night commentator for the Xfinity Series for this season with me. I have got K-Bart20. Kyle, how are you?
I am fantastic. Yourself?
Oh, I am lovely. Just lovely because the other person I got in the booth might just be a Phoenix native from right here in Arizona where we are racing tonight. I have got K. Keenitz22. Kevin, how's the weather out there in Arizona?
It is warm, but I am not nearly as excited as K-Bart.
I have no idea. I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Stop it.
Anyways, yes, Xfinity Series short track racing tonight. A big difference from what we saw in the season opener at Daytona on Wednesday. We go from the fast high banks there to a mile-long track with little to no banking. What a big difference this is going to be for the drivers tonight. It could be anybody's race. We don't know who's got what kind of pace here on the what some people call quote-unquote real start of the season. So, Keenitz, this is your track. What do we expect out of tonight?
It'll be interesting. I think the person who's going to be the most successful and end up winning the race is going to be able to get their car to rotate through the middle of the corners there and get that speed off and just get those runs. It's an interesting track. Tire wear can be interesting here and should make for a good race.
Absolutely. Well, K-Bart, last time out at Daytona, we saw quite the race. I think there's only like 1 or 2 cautions total. Pretty good race. And in the end, Hostium Hose was able to bring home the dub for his 3rd career victory and a sizzling start to the season. Do you think that he can back that momentum up here at Phoenix and have another good run? Or is he going to be got some work to do?
I think he's got a little bit of work to do. Just running with everybody in the warm-ups, I kind of got some eyes on some certain people, and I really think he's not saying.
And K-Bart
is a robot.
He has got that robotic voice tonight. Anyways, I'll take over from that. What K-Bart was saying was in the warm-ups, Host has got a little bit of work to do. There were some guys that had some pretty quick pace in the warm-ups, namely UB Buffchanka, the Ghost, LD Allen. There were some front runners up there. Decent house. Kev Bro, they love these flat tracks. So the action tonight is going to be jam-packed. It is a stacked field here tonight. So 14 drivers for Phoenix tonight. And let's see. They should be in qualifying or just loading in. But great start to the season for Host, as I just mentioned. He's definitely on a hot streak right now, winning back to last season, like 2 out of the last 4 or 5 races. So he is your points leader coming into tonight. Let's see what he can do. He is ranked number 1 in our power rankings as well, something new we've introduced for this season. So let's see if he can hold on to that top spot.
He did very well at Bristol last season, and we'll see if he can translate that to Phoenix here. So like I said, should make for a good race. We'll see who can manage tires and rotate through the corner the best, I think. So.
Well, looks like they are having a little issues getting the qualifying lobby set up, so it should be just a few more minutes. But, K-Bart, I know this track is pretty similar to some others that we run on the circuit, namely Richmond, maybe Iowa, which is near and dear to your heart. So can this track be run similar to those, or is it unique in its own right?
It's very unique. You can kind of dive bomb people in the corners. They got the yellow line around the track, but that doesn't mean you have to stay above it. So I really like to ride the bottom. I just love to try to get a good run off. I actually love this track. I'm so happy it's called Phoenix again. But this is probably my favorite track on the circuit.
Your favorite track on the circuit? That bodes well for you tomorrow night, huh? A little snippet there, a little sneak peek.
Maybe.
All right, yeah, tomorrow night's the Cup Series action here from Phoenix, but tonight is what it's all about. It is the Xfinity Series race number 2 for this season. They are still waiting to get the lobby going, but 14 drivers tonight. I'll go through and I'll go ahead and name them all for anybody that has missed out on any driver changes or number changes for this season. But tonight we've got the 0 of Doc Shocks in the field, the 1 of Dizo 804, the 6 of Hostium Hose, the 7 of the Ghost 0241, 8 of LD Allen 97, the 9 of Dalton P64, the 10 of Robster 17, the 11 driven by UB Buff Chanka, the 19 of Kev Bro _ 716. He changed his name a little bit.
Yeet.
The 20 of DJ Craze is in the field. The 22 of Nick 2357. The 44 of I2 Ballstick for You. The 54 of Decent House 23. And the 98 of Avenged Fail are the 14 that are scheduled here tonight. So, out of those, Kevin, who you got your eyes on?
From what I saw last season in the trucks, I think Kebro really knows how to run around these flat tracks, but from the practice race that we did, Ubi Chanka, whatever, however you want to pronounce his name, I think he showed some serious speed there, so I got my eyes on him as well.
Definitely.
Yeah, I would have to agree with you. UB, I really saw him, and he just has that run. He's not even on the bottom. He's really getting that a really good groove in the middle of the corners, and I look for him to see him up front tonight.
Absolutely. Well, going back to Daytona, our last race out, we saw a little bit of troubles from the TJR boys. Nick, he ran up front both stages, but ended up finishing in the back as well as Avenged Fail. So it was a rough start for the TJR group here in the Xfinity Series for season number 3. So how can they rebound, get a bunch of points, and get themselves up in the point standings and team point standings here at Phoenix?
Okay, where you want to take that one?
It's kind of have to work together, make a strategy.
I lied.
I'm not for sure what.
I lied. K-Bart, you're a robot again. I'm sorry.
K-Bart, your mic is so bad.
It is not good. Anyway, I'll answer that question for you, Gator, until K-Bart gets his mic figured out. What they got to really focus on stage points. They got to focus on a high finishing position, and as a lot of people called this, the first real track, in quotes, as I'll put it. The super speedways are a little bit of a crapshoot, but I think as long as they get those stage points in a good finishing position, they can make up ground in the team points for sure, and in their Xfinity points as well for those guys.
Yeah, a couple more guys. UB Buff Chanka and DJ Craze had some pretty good debuts at Daytona, both picking up some stage points in stage 1 and 2, and ultimately finishing in the top 10. So pretty good debut for them. But one driver that I want to point out here is Doc Shocks. He finished 6th at Daytona. Great run for him to start his season. Can he back that up here at Phoenix, or what are his prospects here for tonight, Kyle, if you got your mic fixed?
Oh, whatever. We'll see.
Sorry.
I think K-Bart got some water on his mic.
He might. He very well might. Try again, Kyle. What do you got?
Nope. He said, "Screw you guys." Not talking.
Anyway, I think if Doc can adjust his car correctly, I think he'll back it up with another strong top 8, maybe a top 5, and maybe he can contend for a win. So we'll absolutely see how he does here at a flatter track as opposed to a super speedway where everything is dependent on who is around you and how you can adjust and manipulate how your car drives with who else is around you. So we'll hopefully he can back that up. I'd love to see Doc do well.
But yeah, in terms of team points, going back to UB Buff Chonka, RKR right now at Daytona earned the most points out of the team points that we've got so far in the Xfinity Series, with the win of Hostium Hose. And you say UB Buff Chonka is one of the favorites here tonight. So RKR is looking pretty good right now in the Xfinity Series, as well as FBGM. They earn the second most points at Daytona by way of good finishes from their drivers and good runs, namely Robster, who finished P4. Robster's one guy who is still looking for his first win in this Xfinity Series. He's got one of those chips on his shoulder that's as big as a boulder. What's it going to take for him to be able to finally find victory lane, Kevin? You should know a little bit about this, especially with your truck history. What's it going to take?
Truck history? I haven't gotten a win. What are you talking about? Come on now. But you just got to be consistent in these lower series here in the Xfinity and even like actually all three series. Not even just lower series, Cup, Xfinity, and Truck. You just got to minimize your mistakes, run that consistent line, and do whatever you can do to set up your car to just have consistent fast laps, and that's how you get to victory lane in the NARL here. Everybody's got speed, everybody's got talent. And you have to set your car up for the best possible way you can drive it. Long run, short run, it doesn't matter. You have to set it up to your preference and just be consistent.
Yeah, definitely. As these guys are just wrapping up qualifying, but a couple more things to note before we start. There are a few drivers that are missing from the field tonight. RKR is down a couple of drivers with Joker, who's off doing some school stuff. And we want to send our best wishes to McAvoy, who is recovering from a knee injury he sustained. So get well soon, and hopefully we'll be able to see you Wednesday or next Sunday at one of the next few tracks here. But those are going to be the only drivers missing out of the field tonight, rostered drivers. So pretty good field, 14 drivers as they load back into the lobby. I'll be able to tell you the pole start here in just a second, as I think Kyle might have got his mic fixed. Kyle, mic check, check.
Yeah, 1, 2, 3.
Oh, yeah, I can hear you clearly now. Glad you could finally get that out of your mouth. Because it sounded like you were chewing on it.
Ouch.
Anyways, qualifying is over with. They are loading back into the lobby. And your pole sitter for tonight will be LD Allen with a 26.557. So Pure is going to start on the front row here at Phoenix.
And let's not forget those 2 bonus points that the pole winners awarded here in the NRL.
LD Allen.
Very important, because every point matters as you, even in these first races, every point matters as you make your way towards that playoff.
LD Allen, your championship runner-up last season, off to a good start this season. He's sitting second right now in the Xfinity Series power rankings. But on the front row with him is a Avenged Fail. Maybe a surprise to some, but maybe not to others, considering his pedigree in these Xfinity cars. He's a former champion in these things. But he's looking to regain that form. He is starting on the outside of the front row tonight at Phoenix. So good job for him. And his TGR teammate Nick is sitting in third. So this TGR boys looking to rebound from Daytona with solid starts here tonight. As we can go ahead and join, go blue screen for a minute. Do you guys need invites?
I absolutely do. Somebody forgot about old here. Need them.
All right. Well, I'll go ahead and send you guys some invites. Let's see here. K-Bart and Keenitz. I'll send one more. That way we all have a couple. All right, and I'm going to go ahead and join the track as you guys are loading into the lobby. Thank you to Fanatec for sponsoring tonight's race. Got a nice
every race.
Yeah, got a nice wheel pedal shifter set up right there on your screen. Go check them out. Fanatec.com.
If they want to reach out to the NARL, they should contact Gator Mike 89 on PlayStation.
89.
Would love a dual partnership with that. All right, let's get in here and see what's going on, huh?
So we are loading into Phoenix. Here we are. We're seeing the first pictures tonight as LD Allen and Avengefale are side by side as they come to the end of lap number 1. Looks like Avengefale is underneath of that 8, looking to take the lead as they dive off into corner number 1. 3 wide for third place as the Ghost, making his return to the Xfinity Series, is on the very low lane, but Nick's going to come out with third place on the high side. And maybe a bump from the Ghost as Nick tries to dive it in, but the Ghost was there.
Avengefale passed for the lead there on LD Allen.
Absolutely.
In turns 3 and 4.
Look at the 98.
1 and 2.
Avengefale out in front of the field now as he passes LD Allen here early on in the going at Phoenix. So move Allen back to second place. Nick sitting right there in third, watching his teammate go to the lead. Going to try to follow him through for second.
Now, Gator, let me ask you, as a person who plays NASCAR Heat 5 a lot, where do you want to be in turns 1 and 2?
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's an honest question. Stop.
As we are 3-4 wide for the lead.
4 wide.
4 wide for the lead. Avenge is going to get shuffled out, maybe. Oh, he keeps it off the wall.
Who's going to make it through this corner? This is wild.
We are 3 wide, laps. 2 rows deep.
4 wide for third now. Oh, my.
These guys are not holding back here early in the going at Phoenix. They are going full sin mode already. LG Allen comes out with the top spot through all that.
Oh, Avenge in the wall there. And also, I think that's the 22.
It's going to be Nick.
22 of Nick in the wall as well. The 2 TJR guys, we'll see if they can keep it up there in the top 4.
Crazy racing from these drivers already as they are 3 wide again for third place. Avenge is going to look underneath of the Ghost. Ooh, some contact between the Ghost and the Nick.
In the wall. And the Nick.
The Nickster.
LD Allen out in front. We'll see if he can pull away from these guys. He's got Ubi Buff Chonka behind him. And then there's a little bit of a gap, probably 4 to 5 car lengths back to third there.
Wow, this action is hot and heavy already. But to go back to your question about this track, Kevin, you can make the low lane work. You can even get a run off the high lane. So there's options here to have some side-by-side racing to pass. It's not going to be one lane predominant over the other, I don't believe. So look for some good racing here tonight as we're looking forward on board the number 7 of the Ghost, making his return. Looking at these guys running side by side in front of him, Robster and Diesel. 3 wide back here.
This battle for the lead is getting good right here. LD Allen out in front, Ubi Chonka looking to his outside through the dog leg, and we'll see if he can get a run coming out of 1 and 2 here on the outside, or maybe even try a crossover is what he's looking like. But
yeah, he backed up the corner to get a good run off of 2, maybe take a look down into 3. I don't think he's close enough this time. He's not. He's just going to back off right now and ride behind Allen. But Allen washes up coming out of corner number 4. That's going to open the door for UB.
Look him up. Yes. This is going to be a high-quality battle through 1 and 2 here. We'll see
a little bit of a bump.
Little tap, little love tap. Nothing lost.
No harm, no foul.
No, and it's just a nice little tap. Nothing dirty. Everything so far, even though they've been 4 wide, 5 wide at times, very clean. Very clean.
Looks like LD Allen's going to hang on here to lead another lap at Phoenix.
Yeah.
But UB still got his bumper there.
Nick should be liking this right now as they're battling up 1 and 2 as Nick's kind of closing in on the lead pack there.
As in stage 1, we have 14 laps remaining already, coming to 13. So pretty quick stages tonight. These guys should have no problem making it to the end on each stage with tires and fuel.
Ooh, somebody lagged out.
Oh, Nick just lagged out.
Nick lagged out in 3rd place. Wow.
We'll see. It could be a lag out. Could be that thing where
he's on
704.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it could be that thing where 704 just shows that he's not there anymore.
He's on pit road for myself. I don't know about you guys.
I'm watching Doc stream and nobody's lagged out on that yet, so it could be that 704 glitch where somebody just magically disappears yet they're still racing. So thanks for that.
Must be those Fanatec ads that we see loading in, huh?
Yeah, definitely.
Ooh, both the top two running high in 1 and 2. We'll see if Avenge can make up some time here. He's hunting him down and maybe even getting a little gap over Decent House and number 10. Robster, there we go.
Yeah, we are side by side right now for the lead. UB Buffchenko has the outside lane now, and LD Allen's on the inside. But it looks like the 11's going to pull ahead going into corner number 1. The 11, UB, is going to take the lead.
Power move on the outside right there, hitting the 1 and 2. Love to see it, love to see it. He's going to get that run coming off the 2 as well, and we'll see if he can hold it here and going into 3 and 4. Going into the Allison grandstands here. Avenge cutting down.
Grandstands.
They are. Avenge cutting it down near the wall. He's making up time on these guys. We'll see if he can catch them as well.
Speaking of those Allison grandstands, I love seeing all the fans sitting in the stands tonight. It's great to have them back.
If only that was real life.
Hey, it's the thought that counts. All right, as they make another lap here, looking up at those Allison grandstands. UB Buffchenko leads yet another lap here at Phoenix, looking pretty good, sitting pretty here in stage number 1.
We got Decent House in 4th. We'll see if he can run down 3rd place. I mean, as we said, him and Kebro love those flat tracks, and Robster looking below him right now.
K-Bart, I know you just backed out because you sent me another invite, but once you load back in, tell me where Nick is at, please. I'm going to wait until the stage break.
Nick is still in 3rd.
Nick
right
is
behind right behind Allen.
All right, so Nick is
They're
riding in
pretty well-
3rd place.
Yeah, they're pretty well spread out with each other.
Okay. So Nick is in 3rd. That gap between Avenged and LD Allen you see right here. Nick is in there somewhere. Thanks, 704. But Avenged failed. Nick, the TGR drivers, running 3rd and 4th right now. Good start to this race for them.
Very good sharing of information from what I can see so far. I can't see Nick on my screen, but if he's there, like K-Bart said, which I'm sure he is, there.
If you want to back out, I get it.
I saw your invite. I'll back out here at the stage break as well. That's good sharing of information right there. Very good team chemistry, and it seems they both found something that at least the initial slider that works for him.
Nick's giving Allen a bumper right now for 2nd. He's right on his bumper right now as they're going down to the chute.
There's a good battle starting to brew for 4th place with Avenged Fail. Looks like he's gonna wash up high, allow Decent House to take a look underneath, followed by the Ghost and Robster. So it's hot and heavy for these final points in the top 5 in stage number 1.
I backed out. I'll rejoin here in a second, and we'll see where they're at.
Yep, I'm going to wait for the stage break just for our viewers so they can watch this action.
And I'll send y'all a couple more.
It seems like this happens to Nick all the time on our streams. He just disappears. Happened at Road America. I think it happened at the Roval as we were coming to 4 to go here in stage number 1.
Looks like Avenge hit the wall there.
Oh, he hit the inside wall.
Oh, no. I saw that.
Oh, that's one thing you don't want to do heading into turns 3 and 4 right there. You do not want to hit that inside wall and wash up and let somebody get under it.
Right now, the Ghost is looking underneath for 5th place in stage number 1. That is the 5th and final points paying position right here in front of Avenge. He's got to get back around. Oh, he hits the wall.
The outside wall again.
Ghost is driving very aggressively tonight. He missed the Daytona race, so he's looking to make up those points.
Avenge and Robster just keep hitting and banging with each other right now. They're trying to battle for that 6th position, trying to get that top 5 for some stage points. So.
Yep, as these guys are going to be coming to 2 to go on the stage.
We got Nick right behind LD Allen. I do see him now. K-Bart, you weren't lying. Shout out 704.
Yep, 2 to go here in stage number 1. UB Buffchenko looks like he's got this under wraps unless he makes some sort of mistake here. But that 11 car is fast already.
You always got to watch out for that wall, as I can attest at Kentucky. It might just come out of nowhere and take you out.
You and that wall have a very sensual relationship with each other, Keenan.
I'm paying a lot of child support for the wall incidents so far.
No, that was the final lap.
That was the
Doc
final
Stream was lagging behind just a little bit then. So UP Bufchenka takes stage number 1 here.
LD Allen second, Nick third.
To continue his hot start to the season.
And it looks like the Ghost and Decent House were in your top 5, but I don't know exactly who finished where between those two.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and back out so I can pick Nick back up. Thanks, 704. Love it. Love it. Good points for Allen, though, too, finishing in second place. Showing that last season wasn't a fluke by any means.
Very, very strong when he was running with the Cup guys, so maybe that gave him a little positivity boost going into the Xfinity Series.
All right, I'm going to go blue screen for just a second. And hop back into this thing. All right. We were 25 laps in out of 100, a quarter of the race already done.
Going green. UB's actually in the lead with LD Allen on the outside in second. Just like first stage at the start, they're 3-4 wide at the front right now. Kind of jumble back to two by two as Decent House is getting a good run off the side, hits the wall.
Oh, Nick got in.
We got a big wreck on the back.
Big wreck here in about 5th place. Oh
yeah,
my!
Caution's out. Caution's out.
Caution has to be out for that. Avenge was in the air. Nick was in the wall. We had
and
cars
I have missed it all. Thank you.
Cars were all over the place.
Let's join in and see if we can't find the carnage here.
Gator, lucky for you, I am streaming. So if the viewers want to take a peek, they can find that.
I don't see any damage just yet on any of these cars.
Avenge has quite a bit of damage on his back.
Everybody looks clean, but I guess that's just me loading in. So,
who's the 6? 6 is just, or 8. 8 is just, or no, it is the 6.
The 6 is going to be Hostium.
Oh yeah, his car is just destroyed right now. That's probably about 13 seconds of damage right there.
Let's see, we got Decent House starting second, and we got Ubi Bufchenka starting first. They made it through there clean because they were ahead of the big old wreck there.
Got a couple of Chevys on the inside, got a couple of Toyotas on the outside lane.
Ooh, we'll see if Decent House gets a run off here on the top lane, coming out of 2.
He should be able to. Last time he did kind of start it. He did hit the wall, came down, hit the 22.
He clears
this time he's clean, and he is in the lead, coming to the start-finish line.
We'll see if he can hold that lead. Love to see my teammate up there, but it's been a great race so far. Regardless, it's been a wonderful race.
Decent House had a bit of tough luck at Daytona. Found that turn 3 glitch multiple times, so he's looking to rebound here tonight, get a good amount of points to boost his standings. So
he hit
this
that
is a
unfortunate glitch in turn.
Yep.
Headed into turn 3.
This is heading in the right direction for him. He loves his flat tracks.
He does. He very much does. I know he likes Phoenix, and he likes New Hampshire as well. So we'll see if he can translate how much he likes the New Hampshire into how much he likes Phoenix. So same with Kev Brogat. He's a big fan of New Hampshire. So
yep, right now the 2 elite teammates are sitting 1 and 3 in those 2 Toyotas. So they have found some track position, made their way to the front of the field here early on in stage number 2. If you're just now tuning in, you were watching the North American eRacing League's Xfinity Series LS Tractor 100 from Phoenix Raceway tonight. Race number 2 of this season, so season is still early, still very young. Guys looking to make a name for themselves. Right now, Decent House is your leader, followed by UB. Kev Bro in 3rd. Looks like Robster in 4th, and the Ghost is going to round out your top 5 as they battle for 4th place.
2 wide, 4th place here. Got side-by-side racing. We'll see if the 5th place guy can dive under him. I think that's LD Allen, if I'm not mistaken.
That was PB6. That was a battle for 4th and 5th.
LD Allen took a peek there as those guys were side-by-side. Almost thought about 3 wide, but he thought better
taking a peek under Decent House. But
yeah, the 11 has not let that 54 get out of his sights after the 54 passed him. Still right there. Kev Bro just watching it all go on right now on his screen. nose to tail right here for the 3 leaders. Doesn't look like anybody's willing to push anything right now.
I'm in the back right now watching Nick. He's in the top 8 and trying to make his run after that little collision. I shouldn't say a little, big collision.
3 wide back here for 4th. 3 wide. Got the 7, the 10, and the 8 of LD Allen here. LD Allen was in the middle, and looks like he got the worst end of the stick there, but no contact, but just wasn't a good run coming out of 2.
Yeah, with all this fighting here for 4th place, it's allowed the front 3 to get a pretty good gap over these guys. As we are already on lap 12 of 19 here in stage number 2. Allen's going to look under his teammate of the Ghost, but the Ghost is going to have that run off the high lane here to keep 5th place.
Ubichanka throwing a nose under Decent House there, just taking a look. No contact, but he's looking for that lead right there. He knows he won the first stage, and I'm sure he wants this second stage too. So we'll see what he does to better his position here in the second stage.
He's right there, but he does not get that run. The high lane prevails yet again. A little surprising. I thought that low lane would be a pretty good option here tonight, but it seems like nobody can get the momentum coming up out of the corner to make it work.
That high lane in 1 and 2, you just get such a good run down what used to be the front stretch here at Phoenix, and you just pull away from guys. It's kind of not exactly what I expected in Heat 5, but it seems to be working for these guys. So.
Yeah, what used to be the front stretch, I still get my corners mixed up here. Turns 1 and 2, turns 3 is 4. Right now they are in 3 and 4.
Yes, they are. Having attended many a race here when it was still the night race, I still think of this as the backstretch where they're on right now. So
that's one thing about Phoenix that is unique, is that kink that is on the now front stretch of the track.
Somebody say kink, Daddy Gator?
These guys are getting kinky tonight, that's for sure.
Especially down that what is now the front stretch.
Used to be a lot of grass down there, and the kink was really sharp, but they have added pavement across the whole thing. You guys see these guys dive bomb it all the time as UB looks underneath a Decent House again for the lead.
2 wide. We'll see if Decent House can get that run coming out of 1 and 2 here over Ubi, and they're going to be pretty even headed into 3 and 4 here.
UB finally got a pretty good run off the corner. And he's going to clear Decent House. Power move on the low lane.
Ubi takes it way down by that pit road exit line. I'm sorry.
Decent washes up.
Way down there. Kebro God down to 2nd place here.
Maybe he's going to get around his teammate Decent after Decent washed up into turns 1 and 2. As they're coming to 2 to go here in stage number 2 already. 1 playoff point on the line for the winner of this stage.
And those points are big. Those points, like I said earlier, every point you get, whether it be stage points, pole, playoff points, if you make it to the playoffs, every point matters here in the NARL because of the talent level that we have in all 3 series.
Absolutely. It gives you a bigger buffer heading into the playoffs, too, assuming you make the playoffs. Those playoff points do matter, as we are down to 1 to go in stage number 2 already. UB Buffchenka is still out front, followed by Kevbro and Decent House. He's got a stranglehold on this top spot, though.
He's going to be tough to beat from what I've seen so far. And as we saw in the practice race, he's got a bad, fast car, and he's going to be hard to beat. Looks like he's going to come here and win stage 2. Kebro God will finish 2nd unless he hits the wall. Decent House 3rd. And,
And that should be it right there.
Yeah. So UB Buff, he sweeps the stages here tonight. Looks like Robster might be 4th.
And then, well, it looks like it was Robster and LD Allen here, but don't know exactly the finishing order. So.
Yep, Robster and LD Allen round out your top 5. So UB Buffchenka has swept the stages tonight. That's 2 playoff points and a lot of regular season points for him. After his solid opening race at Daytona, he's looking to move himself up those power rankings. What kind of adjustments are these guys doing right now, Kyle? These cars do tend to get a little bit loose. Do you think they're tightening them up?
Yeah, I would just be tightening it up on coming out of the turns. I like my car pretty loose, but if you can't handle it coming out of the turns, you're going to have to do a little adjustments on that.
Yeah, these guys take the green flag here in the final stage already. UB Buffchenko with Kevro on the outside, heading off into turn 1.
And I really like that 1 and 2 there. Just those guys on the high side, they get that great one off of 2, and really gives them a good look coming into 3 here. Just got to watch out so you don't slam into anybody. That can be, especially if it was coming to a green-white checker or something at the end of the race or a couple stages. You don't want to run into everybody and be
We're
over
3 and 4 wide here towards the back of the field as a Vinchville makes his way past quite a few cars. Nick on the high lane, though, is going to try to follow his teammate through.
Yeah, Kebro got making a move for the lead on the outside there in 1 and 2. He made that power move on the outside where we've seen those guys get that good run coming out of 1 and 2 on the high side.
4 wide in the back right now. Oh my gosh.
Goodness.
Ghost just put Avenge out of his way.
Ubi overran that corner. Robster coming below him here.
We have seen the 98 and the 7 get together multiple times tonight. Those guys are not liking each other here at Phoenix already.
We got Decent House looking below the 11.
I'm sure the 98 of Avengeville right now is seeing red, literally, as he wants to get back to the bumper of the Ghost here in the number 7 car.
You can be aggressive at these type of tracks, but you got to do it cleanly. You got a whole season to race with these guys. I didn't see exactly what happened, but if you move somebody, you got to do it just nice and gentle. You don't want to kill somebody. Otherwise, that's going to come back, and they'll probably pay you back later in the season. So
I'm just starting to think that the Ghost is not a Ford fan because he moved Nick out of the way, too. So the only 2 Fords in the field he is making some contact with tonight. He is Team Chevy.
He may have an issue with those TJR guys. You never know.
22 back.
Yep, there he goes. He just put him.
Yep, there's the return.
Yeah, yep.
The favor has been returned to the Ghost.
Looking at the lead here, we got Kebro pulling away from the 10 with Ubi
they're just banging. 22's in the wall.
The Ghost gets into his own teammate there, Dalton. Dizo's right there behind these guys, so you got 3 pure Chevrolets right here, nose to tail, with Dalton, Ghost, and Dizo.
Ubi Chanka making a move for second here.
As Vinchville is looking to get to the outside of Dizo, he does, and he now finds himself right behind that number 7 of the Ghost. But Dizo gets right back around him, so move Avenge back a spot as he washed up in turn 3 and 4. Crazy racing back here in the back as we cycle up back towards the front. Kevbro still your leader. He's got a pretty good gap over UB Buffchenko now. As Robster is sitting P3. Field starting to get spread out here in stage 3.
It is. It's still pretty decent battles here back in about 5th through maybe 10th or so. Like, those guys can get side by side. They're all within they're close enough to each other to where if one of them has a good corner, they're going to just come up on that guy right in front of them. Or if one of them has a bad corner, they're going to fall back to the next guy. And it's made for great racing so far. So I'm excited to see the finishes.
We still have a little bit less than half of this race to go. 45 laps or so. So plenty of time to get your car right. You might see a long green flag run here, maybe some green flag stops here in this final stage. Some strategy could come into play. As right now, side by side is Avengeville and Hostium, who has not had the fastest of cars tonight. He's looking to get around Avenge to gain another spot. Work his way up through the field.
And as we watch what's happening back between about 4th through about 10th, Kevbro 716, he changed his name, I'm sorry. he has pulled out to probably a second, maybe a second and a half lead here, and he's just almost driving away from these guys.
Yeah, as Robster was able to get around Yubi for second. So move the driver in the 10 up to P2, but here comes Yubi right back on him.
And the more these guys battle, the more Kebro is happy to see that in his rear view. He's just gonna Hostium backwards on the track, backwards on the track.
Hostium, ball stick.
We are under caution.
Yep, under caution. Avenge has heavy damage right now. Heavy.
So we had a big crash here towards the back of the field, it appears, between Avenged Fail, Hostium, and Ballstick were involved. Brings out the caution. However, these guys still won't be able to make it to the end.
Looking like Avenge started the caution there. Apologizing to Hostium on Discord right now.
Looks like Avenge got loose, took out the number 6, and the number 44 of Ballstick was an innocent bystander. But this restart is about to get spicy.
Got the 11 starting on the leading the field of the green here, and we got the 19 Kebro, who is pulling away from everybody. He's starting second, and we'll see if he can pull that power move on the outside and reclaim that lead.
Back under green here in the final stage of the Xfinity Series at Phoenix Raceway. We're on board right now with the 98. He's got a lot of work to do to get his way back up to the front of the field after starting in second.
Too wide, first through about fifth, headed into turn 3 and 4 here.
3 wide. I see LD Allen up there. Decent house on the inside lane.
Nick in the middle.
We go hood cam with Nick, as you see Decent House right there. Wash up in the corner right in front of him. He's able to clear the 22. There's a little bit of draft that you can get on this track. It's not much, but it does help. Right now your leader is still Kevbro, followed by Robster, UB Buff, Decent House. The first battle on the track is side by side LD Allen and Nick for 5th place.
Robster sent it in turns 3 and 4 there. He sent it in hard. He might not get quite the run coming out of 4, but we'll see how he heads into 1 and 2 based off of that entry to 3 there.
He's gonna move up the track just a little bit, but he gets a really good run off that high lane, off the corner. UB Buff Chenka is still underneath of him though, with a nose there. UB's gonna get a bump from Decent House. Robster's going to maintain P2. Right now these guys are still short on fuel. They are going to have to save some if they want to make it to the end.
I was just about to ask you, how many laps difference, Gator, did you see between how far they could go on fuel and how many laps they have left?
Right now, Kevbro is 3 laps short, but you also got to think about tires as well. Right now, these guys are burning them up. So if this thing goes green to the end, there is one guy that I want to keep an eye out for. He is a master at saving, and that is Hostium. So
he has done that at other tracks before that we've seen in the past, and that could very well benefit him here. And if you guys were in this situation, would you be taking just run it until you can't go anymore and then take 2 tires and a splash, or what do you guys do?
Depending on tire wear, if you're only 3 laps short, I'm taking just the minimum.
That's what I was thinking as well. You just got to take that minimum and spend as little time on this super, super long pit road that they have now. You can't spend more time on there than you have to, because it wraps around 3/4 of the track.
Right now, I'm on board with Hostium, and he is backed way off. He's all the way back to the tail end of this field, so I think I know what he's doing. He's already looked at the fuel situation, the tire situation, how many laps he's got to go, and yeah, he is backed way off. That's exactly what he's doing.
And I can't blame him for doing so, especially since, as we talked about, he's got that pedigree of saving at other tracks, and it could very well benefit him, and we'll see, obviously, unless there's another caution, but if there's another caution, that's going to hurt him being that far back.
Yeah, the only way this is going to work out for him is if we stay green. He knows he doesn't have the outright pace tonight, but he might use a little strategy and get his way up to the front of the field when others have to pit and he doesn't.
Now, would you guys consider short pitting for 4 tires here within the next few laps and just running it till the end?
For 4 tires?
Yeah, 4 tires,
no.
Fuel, everything that you can make to get the end. And just see if you can make up that time on the track when these guys are on worn tires. Not saying it's the best. Not saying
maybe
it's the best
2 tires.
Okay.
Maybe 2 tires, but you're going to add another at least 12 or 13 seconds, and you're not going to make that up on the track.
More than likely not. I was just exploring all options, Kate.
Yeah. Maybe if you want to take a can and go with 2 tires, but if you're going to wait till it dries out, you're just going to have to come in and until you do need fuel.
Yeah, these guys up front, though, aren't saving anything. They're still battling hard. As Kevro still paces the field, followed closely by Robster in P2. Decent has made his way up to 3rd. UB Buff has fallen all the way back to 4th place after he swept both stages. We got LD Allen sitting right here in the top 5 in pole center this evening. As we are on board with the number 8 Poppy Bank Chevrolet of LD Allen for pure auto racing.
Now, as we saw towards the end of stage 2 before that, well, actually, I'm sorry, even in this stage before the caution happened, Kebro was pulling out over to a pretty decent lead over these guys. Do you think he's maybe backed it up just a little bit to just maintain that lead?
Yeah, I would say that. But how much he has, how much stuff he has in the tank right now, how much he has on the tires, and probably just trying to decently maybe try to make these guys push a little bit. Hey, I'm that close, and I'm going to push a little bit harder, or not think. Sometimes guys do think, oh crap, I'm going to be out of fuel or tires, and it's going to be way too late. You want to know what you're going to do right away.
Bochenko looks underneath Decent House for 3rd. He's going to dive it off into turn 3, clear the 54 car, and move UV back up into a podium spot.
Looks like Decent House almost conceded that spot there, and we'll see if he sends it back in on UV there, and just makes that move to get that spot back. But there's plenty of race left. You don't want to kill your tires. You don't want to kill your fuel, as we've seen at this point with the differential between how many laps are left and how far this guy's going.
UV Buff is now looking under Robster for 2nd place. The 11 car looking to make some moves here. He's tired of being patient. He's ready to go. Robster misses the mark heading into the corner, misses his spot there where he normally brakes. He goes up the track. It's going to allow the 11 to clear him for 2nd. These guys are coming to 23 to go right here at the line.
How much has Kev Bro got left?
Right now,
You're watching him.
He's got his leaderboard up, so.
And 4.
Decent House on the apron coming out of turn 1.
Gets loose.
He did get loose. Lost a little time there to Ubi, and I think that's him. Or is that Robson?
That's
Robson. I'm sorry. My fault. Still learning these guys a little bit.
Definitely new faces and new cars, so still learning a little bit here.
New faces and new places, baby.
Mm-hmm. Robster making the switch over from the 89 last season to the 10. Robster is on the outside right now.
Decent the inside wall.
Decent does catch the inside wall as he was looking underneath. LD Allen's going to take advantage of that. And here comes Nick. Big mistake from the driver of the 54.
Decent has really fallen back. Are you thinking that he's trying to save a little bit more right now, or he's just making too many mistakes?
That car looks wicked loose for the number 54 Decent House right now.
I was going to say the same thing. I think he might be too loose entering the corner, so he kind of just has to guess where it's going to go, and that might be why we saw him hit the wall there. And on exit, too, as we saw him come out of 1 and 2.
These tires have aged. He is wicked loose.
Yeah, the tires really don't like it if you're loose. That's how you're going to burn them, so... we got someone coming in.
Yep, Diesel coming into pit lane. He's going to be the first one to peel off and go down this long pit lane here at Phoenix.
And I think he's trying that short pit strategy with 4 tires and fuel, if I had to guess. But like you guys are saying, in my opinion as well, I don't think that's going to work. I think whoever can stay out the longest, maintain the lead, and take 2. Kebro got high into 1 and 2. We got a battle for the lead.
We got some others coming in. Robster's coming in. LD Allen's coming in. So Diesel is going to light off a string of pit stops here as some of the leaders are now dipped off just to cover the driver of the 1 car.
And it looks like now...
Yeah, he's taking 4 tires.
Here in the lead, it's Kebro and Ubi, and there's nobody behind him right now. Well, I apologize. Let's see. Who is that? That might be the 98 of Revenge. Let me take a peek here. Trying to scroll through the field as much as possible.
We do have a battle for the lead. UB is looking underneath of the 20 of Kevbro, or the 19 of Kevbro, my apologies.
I wonder if Kebro's backed it up to just save enough to make sure he gets to the finish line.
Leaders
the number 7 of the
lap.
Ghost. The Ghost heading to pit road as well. Looks like he's the only taker this.
Leaders are staying out yet another lap here. Kevbro and UB are side by side right now for the lead. UB doesn't look like he's saving anything. He wants that top spot.
I can't blame him from what we've seen in the first couple of stages. He's shown
coming up on
speed.
some lap traffic.
They are.
That's the 44 of Ballstick.
He has held his line successfully, kind of stayed out of the way. Always good right there, especially on that.
When will these guys come down pit road, or if they come down pit road? I would assume that with how hard they've been racing, they got to make a stop. But are they going to take 2 tires, or if they're going to take 4, they need to come soon and cover that gap that they got with the rest of the drivers that have already pitted?
It's looked like everybody who's pitted so far has been taking 4 tires.
At this point, I think anybody within the top 5, I think they've made their bed. Like you're going for 2 tires, like maybe half a can of fuel, maybe no tires if you're safe enough. I'm not sure. I don't have a stream up to see these guys' tire wear, but at this point, you've made your bed. You got to stay out as long as possible. Take as little as possible on that long pit road, and just go for it. And if a caution comes out, even better for them. But I think in the long run, it'll pay off as well.
As your leader of Kevbro did come down pit road as you were talking there, Kevin, for his final pit stop. That's going to allow UB Buffchenko to take the lead yet again.
It looked like Post actually came down pit road, so that strategy he thought Gator.
Post came down pit lane. Interesting.
Yep.
I was not expecting him to come down. Yep. As we got a speeding penalty on the 19 car, so that's going to ruin his race right there.
Oh, no, that's bad. You can never speed at these races. You have to be perfect coming onto pit road. You can't stop.
Tough break. Tough break for the driver of the 19. That's going to throw away any chance he had at the win.
Barring a caution, I guess, that would be his savior at this point.
Had a fast car tonight. Mistakes on pit lane. Happens to everybody. Happened to me in the 500.
Ubi on pit road as well.
Ubi Buffchenko is on pit road.
Doc was in for about 4 or 5 seconds, guys. Maybe gas and go.
That would be my assumption if he was only in for that long. So. Decent House making a move on Robster here, looking to in turns 3 and 4. That's where I'm at on the track.
Right now, the closest group right now is Avenged Veil LD Allen, Dalton, Diesel, they're all right here on top of each other. Diesel looking underneath Dalton, but he doesn't clear him. He puts his teammate in the wall.
That is never good.
With a
good when you
reckless move there on his teammate Dalton, throws him right in the wall, not being able to clear himself. That's got to infuriate his teammate, even damage that 19 a little bit as his bench got loose.
He got super loose coming off of 3 and 4. That was, he had to chase that almost to the wall coming out of 4.
We've got 4 drivers right now that I'm looking at. They're all the pure motorsports guys. LD Allen, you've got Diesel, the Ghost, and Dalton right here, nose to tail. The lead has cycled back around, though. It is UB Buffchenka out front. So the driver of the 11th car resumes his lead after the pit stops have cycled through. Second place is going to be Decent House and Robster once everything's done with, but I believe Ballstick right now is running in second place. Maybe Nick. Maybe Nick.
I see Nick there
Nick
right behind
early.
Ubi. We need the ticker 704.
Yep,
Fix
need
it.
that ticker
Fix it.
back.
Fix it. Fix it. Fix it.
Need that
Fix it.
ticker back. Yes, thank you. As the 22 and Nick looks underneath the UB right here.
Let's see if that's going to be, huh?
He's underneath of him. He's going to clear the 11. I'll let you know here if that's for the lead shortly, or if that's just getting a lap back. No, that is for the lead. Nick right now passes UP Buffchenka for the lead within 10 laps to go.
We'll see if he can hold this lead, and at this point, he just took it. He can't make any mistakes. They're too wide for the lead right here. Ubi looking under Nick here, and we'll see if Nick gets that run off coming off at 1 and 2. Side by side heading into 3 and 4.
Down the backstretch, side by side for the lead, coming to 5 to go. UP Buffchenka drives it deep. Is not able to clear Nick.
Ubi had that preferred line headed into 3, what is now 3 and 4. And you want to be on that low line, in my opinion.
Nick backs up the corner. He's going to look for a crossover. He's now back underneath UP Buffchenka. A little bit of a bumper. Puts UP in the wall. Puts UP right in the wall.
Now, I believe that's Decent House in third. If you're him, you want to see them keep battling.
If you're UB, you are giving that bumper back if you can get there. 4 to go. Comes Nick rounding turn number 2 down the backstretch. UB is still within striking distance. Coming to 3 to go here in the North American eRacing League Xfinity Series at Phoenix Raceway. Race number 2 for this young season. Nick right now is your leader, followed closely by UB Buffchenka. This is going to end up being a good finish.
UB drove it in super deep there. He's determined. He's determined to get back to him. He's so determined to get back to him. We'll see what happens here in the next couple laps, or last lap, perhaps.
2 laps to go here at the line. Nick has pulled out a little bit of a gap over UB Buffchenka. UB's going to need Nick to make a mistake here in these final couple laps. Nick kind of misses his mark just a little bit. Able to recover well.
As this is going on, I'm on the third place driver just watching the battle for the top 2, and Decent House has caught these guys a little bit, so if they hit each other enough, he might come into the fold here. But last lap, last
lap. Nick takes the white flag in first place. Isn't going to end up that way, or is UB going to make a big move here going into 3 and 4? Maybe pay Nick back a little bit.
Gotta send it. You gotta send it. He did it to you. You have to send it a little bit.
Don't doesn't. Doesn't send it. UB Buff is not going to be able to beat Nick. Nick, your winner here at Phoenix tonight. with a late pass on UB Buffchenka. Chenka's going to finish second. I believe Decent House is going to get third. Robster's going to be fourth. Crazy.
That was good racing. It would have been interesting if Kebro didn't get that speeding penalty headed to pit road, but that was some good racing there in the last few laps. So definitely not disappointing.
TJR Fords, they rebounded in a big way tonight. Nick capturing his 4th career win here in the Xfinity Series at Phoenix. As we are joined already now by our winner, Nick 2357. Your 4th career win here in the Xfinity Series and a great rebound after what happened at Daytona last week. How are you feeling after this win here tonight?
I'm feeling good. I was not looking forward to this race. I thought this is one of my worst tracks on this game. Was not expecting much out of it tonight. Put in a lot of work the past couple of days and really showed off tonight.
Definitely. As coming out of those pit stops there, you and UB Buffchenka were neck and neck after that cycle of stops, and you may have just drove him into the wall just a little bit. Well, were you expecting any retaliation if he could get back to you, or were you just that much faster?
I felt like I was that much faster than him. If I could just pull away. I mean, I didn't mean to put him in the wall, obviously, but I knew if I could pull away that'd probably be the race. So that was just my goal over there, is just pulling away from him. And just able to maintain that 3 to 4 tenth gap on him the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 laps. And yeah.
Yeah, well, definitely. Congratulations once again. Your 4th career victory here in the Xfinity Series. In the booth with me, though, I have got K-Bart. I have got Keenitz. Keenitz, I'll let you go first this time. What do you got for our winner here, Nick? 2357.
First of all, congratulations on your win.
Thank you.
Now, on that last run, was there a certain adjustment that you made that you thought gave you that edge over UB there? And is that why you caught back to him and then pulled away after you passed him?
No, we only made one adjustment the whole race. It was on that first pit stop. We knew the setup we had going into tonight, and we weren't going to make any adjustments on it. So I knew I had the fastest car in the long run, just didn't have that short run car. So that's pretty much it. Just we needed that long run.
Right on.
All right.
Again, congratulations. We'll pass it over to K-Bart now.
You got a long run there to end it, so played out in your favor. K-Bart, what you got for our winner, Nick? And K-Bart's mic just died.
K-Bart died.
Maybe. K-Bart, you there? No?
The answer is no.
All right. Well, Nick, this has got to give you a pretty good boost after what happened at Daytona. You had a rough finish there. So heading into Chicagoland on Wednesday, what's your morale like? Is this going to be the momentum that you need to get your season back on track?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't even know we were going to Chicagoland, but now I'm really happy because that's one of my favorite tracks on the game. So now I'm looking forward to that race. And yeah, I feel like the momentum's definitely gonna carry over. Going from one of my least favorite tracks to one of my favorite tracks on the game is yeah.
Chicagoland on Wednesday for race number 3. K-Bart, you back yet?
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Go for it.
Wants to donate an awesome mic, K-Bart 20 Venmo. So, anyways, hey, I just want to say congratulations. I really don't have a question, but that was an awesome move. I mean, yes, little contact, but got to do something to win. But great move, good win. Got to get a win early, get some good, positive vibes early in the season, and get you hopefully a championship out of the season.
Yeah, that's the goal. That's the end goal.
All right, Nick, before we let you hop out of here, as always, now the floor is yours. Who do you want to shout out? Who do you want to talk about?
No, I got to thank my teammates who helped me out with practice in the last couple of days. My spotter, crew chief, Jag, he really helped me out getting the setup tuned in. So just got to shout out those guys really quick. And all you guys for making this all happen. Everybody that tuned in tonight, all you guys. So, yeah.
All right, well, there you have it from your winner here tonight at Phoenix, Nick, trying to quickly establish himself as a championship threat here early in the season. Nick, congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, K-Bart, if you want to get UB Buffchenka in the party, there he is, your runner-up here tonight. UB, How are you feeling after that P2 run? You swept both stages. Is this the points night you were looking for after Daytona?
I was looking for the win. I feel like I should have had it.
Definitely. You had a fast car here tonight, but second place is nothing to hang your hat on. Nick, though, he caught you, he ran you down, but he didn't pass you as clean as what most people would want, kind of rubbed you up in the wall there. What were you thinking after that happened, and was your car – did it affect your car because you weren't able to get back to him, or what happened with that?
It didn't affect my car. I just needed maybe a lap or two, and I think I would have got to him.
All right, well, congratulations on your second place finish tonight. In the booth with me, I got K-Bart, I got Keenitz. K-Bart, I'll let you go first. What kind of question you got for a runner-up here tonight, Yubi?
Yeah, I really don't have many questions. Gosh darn it. Okay, don't really have many questions, but I really didn't know anybody's names, learning everybody's. I saw you really made a name of yourself on the stream tonight. After Daytona, decent, but, Daytona is a restrict plate. You show yourself on these real tracks. So you got your name out there. You'll get your name out on power rankings probably, and, you'll get a win sometime this season, trust me. Got to keep those top fives going and hopefully get a good run for the championship this year.
All right, Keenitz, floor's yours.
So there was just a hair bit of contact on the stream for the lead. Do you expect to possibly pay that back to Nick in the long run? I have to ask it.
Maybe. Just depends.
Ooh. Well, I mean, if you're coming in the final laps and he's in front of you, I mean, I'm looking for it now. I'm looking for it. You got to do it. I would do it myself, so you got to do it.
Probably would.
Yes.
All right.
Congratulations as well.
Short track tempers are coming out tonight. First race of the season, not named Daytona. Love to hear it. UB, congratulations on your second place run. Before we let you hop out, anybody you want to shout out?
I want to shout out the 54. He had just as fast car as me, and the 19.
All right, shouting out the elite motorsport duo of Kev Bro and Decent House. Kevin loves to hear that. So UB, once again, good job tonight. Second place. That win's coming. So good job.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, what a wild Phoenix race we saw tonight. We saw 3-wide racing on the regular. We saw 4-wide racing, side-by-side frequently. In the end, though, it was Nick that was able to pull out the dub. Any final thoughts on what we saw tonight, K-Bart?
Oh, man, like you said, it was wild. It was so wild, my mic was terrible. I just can't wait for tomorrow night. Tonight, it really showed. They went 4-wide a few times, 3-wide. Really hard to go 3-wide going in that turn 3 because you got that inside wall there that makes it a little sketchy. Cup guys, I believe in them. We can do it, but it's going to be really good. It's going to be a fun race tomorrow night, so can't wait.
Definitely. Keenitz, what you got for us?
They were exploring how wide that track would get, but they kept it clean, and they made for some great racing tonight. I'm excited to watch the Cup guys tomorrow at my home track. So.
And one more thing I want to add: turn 1 and 2, you can really run up there more than you could in Heat 4, and you could really get that run off at 2. So that's gonna be really good for tomorrow night. So
definitely. Well, these guys, for some short track racing tonight, it was about as clean as you could get. Yeah, there was some contact, there were some tempers, some fists being thrown, but it was a great race here tonight at Phoenix and showed off the talent here in the Xfinity Series. But as these guys have talked about, the Cup Series heads to Phoenix Raceway tomorrow night, Monday night. The Cup boys for their second race of the season. Can Captain Killam find his way back to victory lane at Phoenix? Can Draven make it 2 for 2 here early on in the season? You guys tune in for that. You'll have to find out. Any final thoughts here from the both of you before we get on out of here tonight?
Go ahead, K-Bart.
Final thoughts?
Yep.
Congratulations to Nick. Great win. Very aggressive early on in the season, so that might backfire on him a little bit. Got a lot of aggressive drivers out there. Ghost. I think Avenge got into some people some other guys are getting into some of the other. So we'll have to see how how Chicagoland will go, and the rest of the season will pan out. But it's gonna be a great season.
Yeah, for sure. It was a great race at the mile-long track, and as we move to a 1.5 miles, it'll be interesting to see, because that's the most common type of track that we have, and maybe we'll see somebody peek their head out and dominate that will go on and win the other 1.5 miles, which are the most prominent type of track that we have on the schedule in every series. So it'll make for some good racing here on out. Season is still very young. And from what I've seen so far, super speedway, I'll call it a speedway, not necessarily a short track, but it should make for good racing from here on out. Season's young, but there's a lot left to go.
Definitely. Well, Cup race tomorrow night. Phoenix, tune in for that. If you want to see some more Xfinity action, they'll be back on Wednesday at Chicagoland, the first 1.5 miles of the season. So that's going to be an awesome race. And in between those is going to be the Truck Series at Iowa, where you're going to see Kay Keenitz, amongst others, tackle that short track. So some good tracks here on the schedule coming up in the North American eRacing League. But tomorrow night, make sure you check that out, Cup Series at Phoenix. For Kay Keenitz, for K-Bart, I'm Gator Mike. Thank you guys for tuning in. And as always, to all my gnarly ones out there, you guys have an awesome Sunday night and start your work week tomorrow. Thanks for tuning in.